What's up guys, it's CBrev making a video for you guys today having to deal with stadiums and why the stadium that you choose is actually more important than it ever has been for MLB The Show 19 right now. And I wanted to make this video after discussing with a lot of other top players on Twitter, noticing that our ERAs are rising a ton recently and trying to figure out why. And I think that stadium is a huge deal. And if you're playing at Laughing Mountain or Shippett, then you may want to consider moving away from those stadiums. So that's pretty much the premise of the video. The reason Shippett was the most popular stadium at the beginning of the year is because hitting was hard, especially on Legend. Hitting is not really hard anymore. It's not even close to the degree that it was at the beginning of the year. Partly because cards are better, like the hitters in the game are way better now than they were in the beginning of the year, whereas pitchers are kind of the same, like Kershaw's been there the whole time. In addition, the home runs per 9 being removed from online play has made hitting home runs, specifically on bad swings, a lot easier at these stadiums. So the main differences that I've noticed personally is that there are certain stadiums where the game just plays way better right now, in my opinion. Because bad swings aren't rewarded nearly as often as they are at Shippett and Laughing Mountain and those minor league parks that reward bad swings a lot. So my suggestion is to move away from those. We'll kind of dig into some numbers and some clips, but that's kind of the premise of the video. If you guys don't know, choosing a minor league stadium is the best move, because major league stadiums have more things to load aesthetically, and so therefore they have a tendency to lag a lot more. Some stadiums are worse than others, obviously Minute Maid Park being the worst one. So usually the move is just to play at a minor league stadium because it's easier on both people's frame rates. So that's why we're only going to be talking about minor league stadiums. But yeah, so I'm going to go over some of the stadiums that I've been exploring, looking at, that you may want to consider playing at, myself and other top players that have messed around with these stadiums. Blue River is pretty good, but the two that I recommend the most are Franco and Capitol Park. I really like Franco. I play night games at Franco now. I like it a lot. Bad swings are hardly ever rewarded as home runs here. And when I say bad swings being rewarded throughout this video, I'm specifically talking about home runs. At Franco, bad swings are pretty much always flyouts, like way more often than they are at Shippett. Also Capitol Field, people have been playing really well there. I just think the game plays really poorly with the way the game state is right now at Shippett and Laughing Mountain, and just plays more naturally at something like Capitol or Franco. You could also look at, there were a few more that I wanted to talk about. All-American's not bad if you really don't like Franco or Capitol. Oak Street's not bad. The Porch isn't bad. There are a lot of options. Bayfront's not bad. Anyway, the point of the video is that there are tons of other stadiums besides Shippett where the game is just playing better, in my opinion. And I'm gonna those were just some suggestions for me for minor league stadiums. Like I said, I've been playing night games at Franco, and my experience pitching wise has been so much better ever since I made the switch. So I'm going to pull out my 2 accounts from last season. So this is the first account that I took to top 50 last season, and I made it with a 6.32 ERA. It was actually 7.70 when I made World Series, which is just absurdly high. And I was playing all of my home games at Shippett at this stadium, or I was playing all my home games at Shippett on this account. And so I think that's a huge deal as to why my ERA was so high. If we close that and look at the third account that I took, where I played all my games at Franco, the ERA is insanely lower. Granted, a lot of that is luck. I've talked about that before, but you can't knock the difference in gameplay. Stadiums like Franco are just so much more pitcher friendly, which is a good thing right now because it's a little too easy to hit, in my opinion, especially on lower difficulties. All-Star never used to be as bad as it is right now for a lot of reasons, and I'm going to make a video on that. But playing at Shippett on All-Star is like the worst game experience you could give yourself. So kind of just a PSA video. Right now I'm going to play some clips from my games that it didn't even take me that long to find. So these are going to be clips from my games where bad swings were rewarded at Shippett Stadium right now. And then these clips are going to be the ones where bad swings were not rewarded at Franco Park. So as you can see just from that small sample size of clips, I just think the game plays so much better at a stadium other than Shippett. Specifically, when I'm talking about bad swings that reward home runs, I'm referring to early good swings that are no doubt home runs, as well as good okay swings that are like less than 95 miles an hour. In my opinion, those swings should not be rewarded as home runs as often as they are at Shippett, and those swings are often not rewarded at a different stadium. So just think about what stadium you're playing at if you're really struggling to pitch. If you feel like you don't have the hitting to compensate and you've been playing at Shippett or Laughing Mountain, I think now is the time to move. I've said this a couple times, but I personally think that playing at Shippett is just a bad experience with the way the game is playing right now. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Drop a comment down below with your own opinion if there's a specific stadium that's working for you. I'd love to hear it. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.